When we talk about legendary games that'll live in the history of the video game industry, there are very few that really stand out. id Software's trinity, Wolfenstein, Doom, and Quake, stand out amongst the horde of FPS games for one good reason. They created the modern FPS game. The original Doom came out in 1993 to high praise. Based off of id Tech 1, it surpassed its predecessor Wolfenstein 3D technologically, allowing for higher resolution textures and larger and more complicated maps. Fast forward to 2016, and Doom has somewhat of an enigmatic game history. Following Doom 3, id Software announced Doom 4 on May 7, 2008, and hinted that it would follow in Doom 2's footsteps, taking place on Earth. That's right, the development of this game started all the way back in 2008. After that, well, Doom 4 seems to get stuck in development hell. Lots of announcements are made regarding the game, including how it'll look 3 times better than Rage and will run up to 30 FPS on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. But after that, the rest is just rumors and speculations. What we do know for sure is that ZeniMax acquired id Software in 2009. Sometime in 2012, the team shifted focus from Doom 4 to a Doom reboot, and in November 2013, John Carmack left id Software to work full-time at Oculus VR. Eventually, after 8 years of development hell, a company buyout, and the idolized father of the FPS genre leaving the company he helped create, Doom was reborn on May 13th, 2016. Was it worth it? I'm not here to give you a review. I'm here to play Doom until we win. Now, I'm not going to run through the entire game in this episode. Doom is an arena shooter. You shoot things. There's no overly complicated puzzles, and if I try to find and show you how to get all of the little secrets, this video would last about 20 years. What I will talk about are the weapons, demons, and the crapload of fun I had playing this game. First off, the weapons are pretty much what you'd expect. There's the pistol, the shotgun, the super shotgun, the assault rifle, the chain gun, plasma rifle, Gauss cannon, rocket launcher, chainsaw, and of course the BFG 9000. For those of you who come from a more classic period of Doom, you'll probably think the chainsaw is pretty crap. It has limited ammunition, and each demon takes a specific amount of fuel to cut through. On the bright side, the demons turn into piñatas that spit out health and ammunition once you use the chainsaw. The BFG 9000 also has severely limited ammunition, but it's the BFG 9000 and it kills everything it comes into contact with, save for a couple of the bosses. Your pistol is your unlimited ammo weapon, and it has a charge shot that can be used to pew-pew a little harder and unlock some special crap that I really don't care about. The shotgun is the second weapon you'll get in the game, and it's amazingly useful if you upgrade it with the explosive shot. That upgrade essentially turns your shotgun ammo into grenades. For how much the upgrade costs and how often you're going to rely on it, it's probably the most useful upgrade in the game. I realize that some people will have an issue with me making upgrades in the game because that's not classic Doom, but fuck you, I banged my head against the wall for a month trying to do a classic Doom style on Nightmare mode and gave up, so I used upgrades. Suck my tits. The super shotgun is the super shotgun. Yes. The heavy assault rifle is very useful when you've no shotgun shells left or you're trying to conserve other ammunition. It has a micro-missile upgrade, which is okay, but takes a lot of time and ammunition to use. The chain gun is a chain gun. It kills things very quickly and becomes very overpowered if you spend the time and resources on upgrading it later in the game. The plasma rifle it's there. It's a little bit more powerful than the assault rifle, but its ammunition is limited, and, well, finding ammo is kind of hard for it. The upgrades aren't really all that spectacular anyway. The Gauss cannon comes in very handy if you're not a spastic idiot with a mouse. It's a hit-scan weapon, and yes, you'll need pixel-perfect precision to use this effectively. Also, the upgrades are crazy powerful. The rocket launcher is powerful. I know that's a surprise to hear. The upgrades aren't really worth it, but it is a rocket launcher. And by the way, this is Doom, not Quake. I don't know why so many people had it in their heads that you could rocket jump in this game, but this is Doom, not Quake. Quake's where you rocket jump. Doom didn't have jumping. Yeah. And yes, there are upgrades in this game. You can upgrade a variety of things, including your Praetor suit and your weapons and stuff. Do people complain about it? Yes. Do I care? No. Play the game, have fun, beat it. Now, let's talk about the demons. The most basic enemies you'll run into are the Possessed, the Unwilling, and Imps. The Possessed and Unwilling are basically the same enemy with a reskin. They're mutated versions of scientists that try to run up to you and hug you in the bloodiest, most painful way possible. Kind of like a psycho ex-girlfriend with bipolar disorder. They're easily dispatched with a shotgun to the face. Imps, on the other hand, are the real dickheads of this game. They may be very basic enemies and pretty easy to kill, but the problem they present is one of numbers. Eventually, you're going to have to focus on something else in the arena, usually something big and explodey, and that's when you start to run into problems with the imps. Imps have 3 attacks: a melee, a fireball, and a huge fireball. Melee and fireball attacks hurt. Huge fireballs fuck you up, and you usually get hit with them when you're not looking. One huge fireball to the back in Nightmare mode, and it's all but guaranteed that you're going to need to respawn. Oh, and these imps, they like to climb walls and scurry out of the way. They're by far the most annoying enemy in the game. Second on the most annoying enemies list are the Lost Souls. Yes, they're the same Lost Souls from the original Doom, floating flaming skulls that basically are suicidal rockets that launch themselves at you. The good thing is that they generally don't spawn in enemy waves. The bad thing is that they're always in the worst possible place when you're trying to run away from the larger enemies who have spawned in the enemy waves and are about to murder you. Hellraisers are a new addition in Doom 2016, and they're pretty much like Possessed, except they fire a huge laser beam out of their hands that will do some serious damage. All you need to do to avoid getting clobbered by these guys is to keep moving. The aim from these guys is in one spot, and it doesn't track you. The Hell Knight makes his return as a fast, agile melee attacker that likes to leap at you, trying to crush you. When you first meet him, he'll be pretty difficult to take down because all you'll have is a regular shotgun. Every time you meet him after that, you'll see that he comes in groups of at least 2, along with every other enemy on the field. Hell Knight is essentially your first mini-boss. Taking him out is easy enough if you can continue to run away. Have I mentioned that continually moving is essential in this game? This is an arena shooter, after all, not Call of Duty. The Revenant makes a comeback in this version of Doom, and he's a pain in the ass. He sports a jetpack that allows him to fly around or use as a boosted jump, and he, of course, fires a boatload of missiles at you. Mancubus makes a return, firing his classic blast from twin arm cannons and burning the player alive with a flamethrower if he gets too close, which is new for him. He's also strangely mobile, and while he walks slowly if you get too far away or if you're above or below him, he can simply leap towards you. He's Mancubus, so keep your distance, circle strafe him, and fire away. Cyber Mancubus exists in this incarnation of Doom, and he's basically Mancubus if you pissed him off. Instead of 2 projectiles, there's 4. Instead of a flamethrower, there's a plasma cannon that leaves behind a puddle of deadly goop that limits the available space you have to run around in, which in a small form arena shooter basically makes that one of the most effective and dangerous attacks in the game. Pinky's back, but he's not the same as you're used to. Instead of a pink demonic puppy that you mowed down on a bridge, he's now the pink demonic puppy that has a hardened front armor and you can't penetrate. Only charges at you, often down long, constricted hallways. The only surefire way to kill him is to get behind him and blast him on his unprotected side, assuming he doesn't just ram you. Even though you have a double jump, it's almost impossible to double jump over him. Yay! Spectre is back as well, and if you don't know who Spectre is, go back and play Doom 2. He's an invisible Pinky. He's exactly like Pinky, only invisible. Yeah! Everyone's favorite floating tomato of death, the Cacao Demon, is back. He's almost exactly what a classic Doom player would expect him to be, a big red floating ball of death that pukes out energy balls at you. He's easily defeated, but what makes him a pain in the ass is the fact that he's always above you or around you, making it harder to spot him and hit him. He also comes in groups of 2 or 3 and likes to just puke all over you while you're in the middle of a heated gunfight. My favorite enemy, and by favorite I mean the one I hate the most, is the Summoner. It's a tall levitating bag of dickhead. The thing teleports around, summons demons at will, and throws some kind of energy blade at you. The energy blade sucks because if it hits you, it does massive damage. The demon spawning sucks because she can spawn an endless wave of Hell Knights. Hitting her sucks because she teleports everywhere. The only strategy I have for the Summoner is this. Blow her up quickly. And then there's the Baron of Hell. This guy. Yep. He's big, he's mean, and he can kill you very easily. He has his usual melee and projectile attacks, but he also introduces a jumping attack where you've basically got to jump out of the way or get caught in an area of effect, ground and pound. He's not very easily killed, especially when you're in the middle of a tight arena with 2 of them gunning for you. I recommend hitting him with lots of rockets. Now, let's talk about the bosses. The first boss you're going to face harkens back to the original Doom as the first boss you faced in the original Doom, Cyber Demon. And he's as terrifying as you imagine he would be. A towering monster with a hybrid organic cybernetic body, and he is deceptively fast. So this guy has two phases. In phase 1, he fires rockets, does a volley of rockets, and has a massive laser blast attack. The rockets are easy to avoid, just dodge. The volley of rockets is easy to avoid if you've ever played an MMO. Just avoid the poop on the ground and you'll be fine. The laser, well, that's not so easy to avoid. It tracks you, and I just don't have a solid method for dodging it other than moving fast, stunning the boss, hitting him for health, and then trying again. Cyberdemon's second phase includes all of his previous attacks, plus you get to avoid the energy wave attack. This one requires some precise jumping in order to dodge the attack, as you'll be caught in a small corridor. Overall, Cyberdemon isn't the most difficult boss on the planet, but you'll probably have to give this guy a couple of tries before you can move on. The next boss is Helgard. He's actually a lot easier than you think. He basically tries to slam you and then charge a huge attack at you. The good thing about Helgard is that if you're using the Gauss Cannon or the rocket launcher, you can interrupt his charge attack and shoot him for health and ammo. To do this, you just need to hit the ball of energy as it's building up. Once you've got Helgard down to half his health, he'll start doing some more attacks, specifically throwing rotating fireballs and a flame spin attack. Really, this battle is all about dodging and just getting shots in when you can. Once Helgard is defeated, you get to fight two Helgards at the same time. The second time around is exactly the same as the first time, only there's two Helgards at the same time. This is all about dodging and timing. Dodge attacks and hit the Helgards when they charge up their attack so you can recover health and ammo. Now, if you're desperate, you can use the BFG, but it's really not necessary for this fight. There's one more boss in the game, the final boss, and that's, well, if you played Doom 1, you know what it is. It's Spider Mastermind, and it's essentially a giant MMO boss in an FPS arena. The boss itself is, well, nigh indestructible. Her attacks are incredibly powerful and annoying, and the arena itself is used as a way to kill you. Now look, the only way to beat Spider Mastermind in a reasonable amount of time is to use the BFG 9000. Essentially, you have no choice. You have to use the BFG 9000 to stun Spider Mastermind. And then when she's stunned, you can attack her, A, to recover some health, B, to recover ammo, and C, to actually do damage to her. Your regular shots basically do nothing. Even a fully charged chain gun won't take down her health if she's not stunned. Really, this battle is all about your BFG 9000. Timing it is essential so you can stun her, then use your other weapons to bleed her down. If there's one thing I could say about Doom 2016, just one thing to cover it on Nightmare Mode, it's that you're gonna die. A lot. But it's a lot of fun. That's Doom 2016. So what do you think of the shorter UW video? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you want more in-depth detail? Do you want less detail? What do you want, guys? Leave a comment, let me know, share the video, do all that fun stuff. And you know what? Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/LordCat if you like to support UW and future endeavors like that. And until next time.